What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdullah coming at you with another video for the channel. Welcome back to the DMV Sports Zone. And first off, I wanted to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Hope you guys are having a safe time and staying home with your family and just enjoying these times because your family is the most important thing in the world. Before the Washington football team, of course. But anyway, guys, let me get into this preview video because it is Dallas week, ladies and gentlemen. Let me roll the intro.
Welcome back to DMV Sports Zone.
Chased down by Beal in the corner for three, gets fouled and hits.
Welcome to DC.
Walker tied him out.
You know where you're at the USA Cap. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act on you gon' be right back. When we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
Well, before I get into the preview, a late preview, because this is Saturday, or this is going to be up Sunday morning. Sorry about that, guys. I've been busy the whole week. News came out yesterday or the day before that safety DeShazier Everett was involved in a car accident. He hit a tree, and he ended up killing the passenger, who was his baby mama, or fiance, rather. And sadly, she passed away. DeShazier, I don't know if he's still in the hospital, but he's dealing with some non-life-threatening injuries, so prayers out to his family. I know they're probably going through a lot right now. It's just a good thing that DeShazier is not hurt as well or not in serious danger. So he's probably going to be out for this game against the Cowboys in Dallas. But in other injury news, Landon Collins is on IR. And guys, Landon Collins, you guys all know I hated him. Not hated him, but I can just say that I wanted him to be cut at the beginning of the season. It was just the blown coverages. And us fans, everyone, we can all agree that we called for him to play the linebacker position. And when it finally happened, he's been balling out. And he deserves to be on this roster next year for sure, playing that linebacker position. Because, man, he's a playmaker. He is. And he's going to be a huge loss when it comes to his Dallas game. Because when we played Dallas at FedEx, he had an interception. And last week against the Eagles, he was just making play after play. I mean, the scoop, the tackles, it was amazing. So Landon Collins, he's a baller at the linebacker position, and let him play at his position. I understand he was paid to be the highest paid safety, but dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as a wise man once said. But moving on from those injuries, talking about the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, they just came off a win against the Giants, and honestly, the Giants, they had Mike Glennon playing for most of the game, and Jake Fromm came at the end of the game. But we all know the man that gives us nightmares, or now is going to give us nightmares, Micah Parsons. Holy cow, that guy, that cat is a baller. I mean, there were times in the game, in the first matchup, where he could have had 2 interceptions. They had a strip sack, had I think 2 sacks or 2.5, I don't even know. Just in the run game, that guy is a lion, as he likes to call himself. He's a monster out of Penn State. And I really wanted him at pick, 18? But going back at it, he wasn't there, and also the character issues were a problem, and something that we talk about on this channel that was really concerning, and I don't think Ron Rivera would have put up with it. But I still believe in Jamin Davis, so we'll see how that goes. But going back to our guys, the COVID list, we're getting Taylor Heineke back, safety Cameron Curl, and cornerback Kendall Fuller, which is good, man. We need this, man. I mean, we are so decimated. Like Curtis Samuel and Antonio Gibson are questionable. If they don't go, we're gonna already be hurt, but it's a good thing we have Taylor back because I really think we have a shot at winning this game. We are heavy underdogs. It's Sunday Night Football, prime time. And honestly, guys, I think playoffs are out of hand. Like, we have no chance at making the playoffs, but I want to beat Dallas. I think all of us want to beat Dallas because it's Dallas. We don't like Dallas because we want Dallas. But, yeah, we're heavy underdogs. We're 6-8. I mean, the Saints probably have to lose out. The Vikings probably have to lose out. The 49ers too. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But let's talk about the injuries for the Cowboys. Tony Pollard will be back. So that's something that we didn't see. We didn't see him in our first matchup. So he's pretty dangerous. Arguably their best running back, the most explosive. You know, Zeke's been dealing with injury this year and just hasn't been looking like prime Zeke. Their left tackle, or right tackle, rather, the tackle position of Tyron Smith, our all-pro, the pro baller, will be out. So that's big news because Montez Sweat, he wasn't in the first matchup, and he will be here. So hopefully he can cause some disruption. And that goes to my key number 1. Put pressure on Dak Prescott. We all saw the first matchup with Dak Prescott, he didn't play that good. He had the terrible pick six at the end of the game. I don't know what he was doing. Had some terrible throws. Some of the decision making was very questionable. And, that game, the Cowboys only won because their defense was just controlling the whole game. They were just putting pressure after Heineke, stopping the run. I mean, Trevon Diggs locked up Terry McLaurin. It was all over. The headlines were just the Cowboys defense beat us, plain and simple. So, key number one, we put pressure on Dak Prescott, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, Matt Ioannidis, Montez Sweat, Tim Settle. Put pressure on Dak Prescott. Make him throw passes that no more than 10 yards. I don't want to see any deep balls. And I understand they have CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson. But honestly, those guys don't scare me. Like, the only explosive guy on that team is CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper, there's been times this year where he calls, or rather tells the media that Kellen, or more recently, he tells the media that he's not used enough and the offense isn't explosive. Well, go on defense and show them why it's like that. What I'm trying to say is, guys, this offense isn't as scary as it was at the beginning of the season. I think teams are starting to figure them out. And we play them once. We play them twice a year, so another crack at it would be nice. But that's key number one, put pressure on Dak Prescott. Key number two, feed the playmakers. If we have Antonio Gibson, give him the ball, man. I understand our offensive line got decimated or destroyed by that Cowboys defense in the first matchup. We got Sam Cosmi back. The O-line just needs to play better. You got to give Taylor Heineke protection and time and make sure those gaps are open. And going back to Antonio Gibson, you got to make sure you hold on to the ball, Gibby. There's literally no excuse. You are talented as they come, Antonio Gibson. We all know that. The fumbling, it's just been an issue this year. Nolly and I have talked about it all over the channel. The way he holds the ball sometimes makes you want to hold your breath. It's insane. It's absurd. So, feed the playmakers. Terry McLaurin, I want to see him cook Trevon Diggs. If we give Taylor Heineke time, he will be able to cook Trevon Diggs. Last week, we saw what Garrett Gilbert could do. One deep throw to Terry McLaurin, and it worked out over Darius Slay. If we give our quarterbacks time, the plays will develop. Curtis Samuel, I'm already done with this man, but can we please utilize him to his strengths? I don't want to see him motion out or just jet sweeps. I want to see him catch the ball and go. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's Scott Turner. I don't know if it's just Curtis Samuel. I don't know, man. Like, he was a threat on that Carolina Panthers offense with the same offensive coordinator, but comes to Washington and just been wetting the bed. I don't know what he's been doing. He's getting paid, what, $14, $13 million a year? What is he doing, man? I don't understand. I know I'm going to rant here, but Curtis Samuel, man, I mean, he's literally Paul Richardson 2.0. But yeah, feed the playmakers. John Bates he had that nice catch last week. Ricky Seals-Jones, I don't know, he can be up and down, but when he's up, he's pretty good. Cam Sims, oh my goodness. Trevon, we all saw the Moss over Trevon Diggs for the touchdown in the first matchup. Feed Cam Sims the ball, man. Come on, man. But that's key number two. Key number three is, as always, win the turnover battle. This Dallas Cowboys offense, we saw last week, they can run the ball with that offensive line. Our run defense was terrible last week, and we know this Cowboys offense can run the line. They have a two-headed monster in the running back game with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. So we got to make sure that we win the turnover battle. We got to cause turnovers. We got to make sure that we don't make our defenses go on short fields, because really nothing much to blame, because that Cowboys offense, again, I'm not scared of them because I feel like they're figured out. But yet again, they're at home. Dallas, Jerry World, who knows what the refs could do. But when it comes to the score prediction, I want us to win this game so bad, but I have us losing 31-20. I just think our defense is going to get gassed, and Taylor Heineke is just going to be hounded by Micah Parsons. He's going to have a great game. D-Law, I think Trevon Diggs will get an interception. I think Terry will have a nice game, but besides that, I just have us falling to 6-9. And honestly, I just think the season's over. I don't know, guys. This whole quarterback controversy has been happening since Dan Snyder has been taking over this team. I don't know. I want a quarterback, and I don't think anyone in the NFL would take it seriously with Dan Snyder as owner, plus the fact that we've been switching quarterbacks from year to year. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me know what your guys' prediction for this game. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more DMV sports content. And I'm out. Peace! Beat Dallas!